My name is Daniel. I'm 65 years old. And if there's one thing age does to you, it gives you perspective. Not the kind you get from books, not the kind you hear from motivational speakers. I mean the kind that only shows up after decades of living. You see, when you're 25, money feels simple. You think if you just work hard enough, everything will eventually fall into place. I thought the same thing. And to be fair, I believed I was doing the right things. But looking back now, I made some mistakes with money in my 20s. It quietly followed me for decades. Mistakes that slowed down my life. Mistakes that I didn't even realize were mistakes at the time. So if you're in your 20s or even your early 30s, listen carefully. Because the truth is, money doesn't ruin your life overnight. It drifts away slowly through small decisions. Mistake number 1, thinking time was unlimited. When you're young, time feels endless. You think, I'll start saving later. I'll invest when I'm making more money. I have plenty of time. That's exactly what I told myself. When I was 24, I had my first real job. Nothing glamorous, but it paid enough that I could have started saving something, even if it was small. But I didn't. Instead, I bought things. Nice clothes, a better phone, a car that was slightly nicer than what I actually needed. Nothing crazy, just small upgrades, the kind that feel harmless. But here's what I didn't understand back then. Money grows best when it has time. And I gave time away carelessly. If I had invested even small amounts in my 20s, my life would have looked very different by 40. That's something people rarely tell young people. You don't need a lot of money early. You just need time. Mistake number 2, trying to look successful. Let me tell you something honest. A lot of the money I spent in my 20s wasn't really for me. It was for other people. Not directly, psychologically. I wanted to look like I was doing well. Nice car, nice clothes, taking friends out to restaurants, posting pictures of trips. At the time, it felt normal. Everyone around me was doing the same thing. But here's the quiet truth. Most people in their 20s are performing success, not building it. And the worst part? You don't even realize you're doing it. You think you're living your life, but really you're trying to match someone else's highlight reel. If I could go back, would live much more quietly, because real wealth grows in silence. Mistake number 3, not learning about money. This one surprises a lot of people. I spent years working for money to vet, but almost no time learning about money. Think about that. We spend years in school learning mathematics, history, science, but very few people are ever taught how investing works, how compound interest works, how debt traps people, how financial systems operate. When I was 27, a friend of mine started investing. Nothing complicated, just consistent investing over time. At the time, I thought he was being overly cautious, too serious, too disciplined. But when we both turned 45, the difference was obvious. He had financial freedom. I was still catching up, not because he earned more, but because he started earlier. That's the power of knowledge applied early. Mistake number 4, ignoring small habits. People think financial mistakes are dramatic, huge losses, bad investments. But most of the time, wealth is shaped by habits, daily habits, weekly habits, the quiet routines nobody talks about. For years, I lived without a plan. No budgeting, no tracking. Money came in, money went out. And as long as I could pay my bills, I assumed everything was fine. But financial clarity is powerful. When you track where money goes, you begin to control it. When you ignore it, it quietly controls you. This lesson took me longer to learn than it should have. Mistake number 5, waiting for the perfect moment. This one might be the most dangerous assert. I spent years waiting for the right moment, the right salary, the right opportunity, the right investment, the right time to start saving seriously. But life rarely presents perfect timing. And waiting for perfect conditions often becomes a lifelong delay. The people who build wealth early aren't perfect. They simply start earlier. the realization that came later. When I turned 50, something shifted in my thinking. I realized something simple. Money itself isn't the real goal. Freedom is. The freedom to choose how you spend your time. The freedom to help people you care about. The freedom to live without constant stress. But that kind of freedom is built slowly, often decades before you need it. Advice from a 65-year-old. If I could sit down with my 25-year-old self today, this is what I would say. Start small. You don't need to be perfect. Just begin. Learn about money the way you would learn any other important skill. Spend less time trying to impress people and more time building stability. Understand that wealth is not built through excitement. It's built through patience, consistency, discipline, and time. At 65, I don't regret every decision I made. Life still turned out meaningful. But if sharing these mistakes can help someone in their 20s avoid the same delays, then maybe those lessons weren't wasted. Because the truth is, your 20s are not just about discovering who you are. They're about quietly shaping the life you'll live decades later. And the earlier you understand that, the more options you give your future self. Take care of your future. It arrives faster than you think. Thank you for your time. Once again, I am Daniel.